Hello everyone and welcome to another video, and today it is time for my monthly doll haul for the month of October. Now this month I've unfortunately been a lot busier than I'd originally anticipated and I haven't really been able to make as much Halloween content as I wanted to, but while we're still in the Halloween spirit and spooky season vibe, I'm just gonna light another pumpkin candle and get on with it and make the most of what time we do have left of Halloween. So the last candle that I had was pumpkin pie flavoured. This is pumpkin spice latte, and when I tell you this is a really nice candle for about 10 minutes, then suddenly like the scent just becomes really overpowering and not what I wanted. Anyway, with that out of the way, it's time to start off with my first purchase for this month. So the first doll that I bought this month was Scorching Sasha. Now, we already all know that I really love this line, and it was going to happen at some point that I was going to get Sasha, and I was kind of debating between Sasha and Yasmin, and I'm really obsessed with her face. So I got her for £15 off of Amazon, and I was going to get Yasmin as well, but then I was just kind of like, let's pace myself. I've just finished the no-buy. I'll get Sasha, and then in the future I'll probably get Yasmin. Because I mean, I'm not a huge person for like completing lines, but I just think this is such a great line and it's so well priced that I was like, I'm gonna complete it anyway, so let's just go for Sasha. And the best part is that I've been putting her next to my like got to be glued because she looks like, going back to my Scorching review, I'm going to assume that she's like a brand model for got to be, so it's a great partnership and she looks great. And yeah, I bought her towards the front of October, so, and then I had a massive gap because I feel like this month has been really like bottom heavy.
Ew, Michelle.
I had my no-buy. I bought Sasha after the no-buy ended, and then I didn't really buy anything for like weeks and weeks and weeks. So I've had a lot of time with her, and I just think she's so stunning. Like, this line, I can't praise it more than I already have, really. Like, she's just an amazing doll, and the most incredibly gorgeous face, so like fierce and severe, and her lips are gorgeous, and I just love her, and I'm really glad that I got her, and I can't wait to get Yasmin, and just a great line. So yeah, that was Sasha. That was my first purchase this month. So my next purchase this month is a little less considered, a bit more chaotic and impulsive. So as we already all know, I'm a fan of Mermaze and I really like them, and there are some of them that I really want and I still haven't got. So when I was on Vinted a couple of weeks ago, I saw Winterwave's Harmonique, not one that I was originally intending on buying, but I saw her on there for £3, and she literally came with, as far as I'm aware, everything. And I was like, you know what, I'll just buy first and think about it later. And I really think she's super cute. I love her colour scheme. I love the pinks and the purples and the blue like aesthetic. It's really cute. She is in good condition. I've given her a wash, obviously. I once again have been defeated by this bun hairstyle, and I just can't style it, and I don't know what is going on, but like it's really difficult. And her original hairstyle is really cute, and I want to put her back in that hairstyle, but once again I can't do it. It's really hard. And the thing that doesn't help is, for some reason, Mermaids come with like this super long hair, and it's really weird to me because like I'm used to like nylon hair, and I think this is nylon, but I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's something that I'm doing or it is like a different kind of nylon hair, but there's something about it that's like quite dry and tangly, and it's really hard to like separate and keep it nice. And I washed and conditioned and detangled all of this, and it's just gone really dry and tangled again. So at some point she's going to be getting her hair done, because whilst this was impulsive, I think she's one of the stronger dolls from this line, and I do really like her. So yeah, she's super cute. She was £3 on Vinted, so I was kind of like, I'm just gonna buy her and see what happens. And I think once I do her hair, I'm really gonna love her a lot more, just because I do really love Mermaids, and I think there's so many cool things about these dolls, and the layering, there's so many, like everything is a separate piece. And the other thing is, the jacket isn't closed with Velcro, it's like got actual like plastic little like poppers on there, which is insane to me because I feel like you don't even get that on like collector dolls for a lot of companies. So for a Playline doll to get that is wild. And we're going into winter season now, so it just kind of makes sense for me to get a little wintry doll. And the fact she comes with little earmuffs is just the most adorable thing ever. And these earmuffs, these pop off to be earrings. Like, that's an earring, and then you can just put it back on the headphone, which is just insane. But yeah, really cute doll. And I'm glad I got her. So my next purchase for October was originally intended to be a video that would have been released this month, and it just didn't work out the way that I wanted it to. And it's really funny and relevant to Halloween, really. So now that I've introduced all that, I got a fake Monster High doll, but specifically a fake Wednesday doll. And I got her on Vinted for like £4. So these have been on Vinted for months, and I've said to myself, I'm gonna get one at one point, I'm gonna get one, and this was the cheapest one that I found, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna grab it, because the reason I bought this doll, I'm slightly interested in the idea that she's like a fake Monster High doll, but also, if you look closely, I don't know if you can see because of the glare, this head sculpt is not a Monster High head sculpt. This is the Bratzilla's head sculpt. And I was just kind of like, this is so weird and wild that a company who's making fake Monster High dolls are gonna use the Bratzilla's head sculpt, a lesser known discontinued doll line from around the same time as Monster High. So I just kind of like jumped at the chance to get her. I don't really know what the quality is going to be like and everything like that, and at the end of the day it was £4, so I can't really complain. The only thing is you probably won't be able to see it on here, but this eye is a little bit chipped, so it is what it is. But I'm going to be unboxing her at one point, just because I think this is super interesting to me. I just don't understand how a company got to this place while trying to make a fake Monster High doll. And the descriptions and like the wording of everything on this is very strange, so I don't know if it was done by AI or something else. But yeah, £4. I'm really looking forward to like going in depth with this, because I want to know what hair type she has as well. I'm really curious about like what eye chips she has, because they're not Bratzilla's, the eye chips, because they've got little skulls in. But anyway, she looks quite cute, to be honest, so when I unbox her we'll have a bigger conversation about her. But for £4, you can't really complain. Right, so my second to last purchase this month is one of the bigger ones and one of the more exciting ones. So, as we may know, I am a big fan of Bratz. I'm a big fan of gothier dolls. And there's nothing gothier in a Bratz line than Midnight Dance. And I have Yasmin, who is one of my favourites, and I love that doll so much. And if you've been watching the channel, you may know that Megan is one of my absolute favourite Bratz characters / the dolls that she gets. I often gravitate towards more than the other girls. And where did Julian fall over? So, with that said, I was on eBay and I've been looking for ages for like Midnight Dance in general, and there just so happened to be a bundle on eBay for $2 that were nude, and one of them was Midnight Dance Megan, and I won. So I got these two for an absolute like steal, in my opinion. Respectfully, she's kind of a spare. I don't really know what I'm going to do with her, because I didn't really get the bundle for her. I got her for Megan. So, I mean, they're both Megan, but whatever. I got the bundle for her. She needs a little bit of sprucing up, and basically I just put in a bid at the last minute and I got these two for £12, which I think is insane, because Midnight Dance Megan goes for so much more than that, and she doesn't have any clothes. Her hair has been cut, so it's not really perfect, and it's really tangled and quite dry. But yeah, I was just kind of like, if I don't win, I don't win. But if I do, this doll specifically feels like one that I've wanted for a really long time, and every time I go to get one or think about getting one, it feels like it's getting further and further away, because the prices are only going up. So she's nude, she hasn't got any of her clothes, no earrings, no choker, no shoes, whatever. So it's going to be a bit of a mission to get her complete, but I'm also probably going to have to reroute her as well, because I'm not sure how cut this doll's hair is, but I can see how choppy it is in the back. So yeah, she's probably going to need a little bit of a reroute, just because, yeah, this hair I think is a lot shorter than it's supposed to be. And the only other thing is she's got a really minor, like little, don't know if you can see it, there's a really small lip scuff just here. So I think as long as I can get like the proper like pink colour match, I don't think that's going to be super hard to fix. So yeah, really excited about Midnight Dance Megan. I don't know where I'm going to get her clothes from, because even just buying the clothes and not the doll seems to be really, really expensive. And yeah, I think this is going to be a bit of a while to get her finished, but I'm excited to have her. And I think she's such a pretty doll, like so pretty. This is Pretty in Punk Chloe's face, I think that's the screen that she has, but it's a lot darker, and I love the purple lip, and yeah, just a great doll. And I'm really excited to get her fixed up. And it's nice to have like a project and something to work on. So rerouting a Bratz doll, which I haven't done before, I think that's going to be fun. I just need to make sure that I get the right hair colours. And then I'm not actually sure what Megan this is, but she's a little bit messed up and her body is like super limp. So maybe I'll see if I can try and repaint on her as well. She's got a couple of lip chips and she's got an eyebrow chip as well. And she's had her hair cut. So yeah, not really sure what I'm going to do with her, but maybe in the future this will be like a little practice dummy for repainting if I ever get there. But yeah, 12 quid for these two is wild, especially for Midnight Dance Megan. So I'm super happy about that. And yeah, really happy that I got these two. So my final purchase this month was literally something that I've wanted for ages, but I was like, I'm gonna wait and I'm just gonna see what happens. And if one comes up on Vinted, I'm just gonna get it. And I have, and there's been a little clue in the video just here. So that is Julian. So I got G3 Monster High Signature Venus, and I am really obsessed with her at the moment. I just love the colour scheme, the hair. When I bought her, I got her for £10 on Vinted, and that was exactly what I was like, you know what, if it comes for a tenner, I'm gonna get her. And I did, and it came with most of her stuff. So it came with a little baggie with all the accessories in. The only one that wasn't like properly correct was the phone. So this is Deuce's phone, so it's got a snake on it. But in my head, I've just decided that they're best friends and they've like swapped phone cases. So yeah, I am really obsessed with this doll. I think the colour scheme is just really good. Pink and green together, obviously wicked, but like the colours that they've chosen for her really stand out really like vibrantly, and she just looks great. And I love Venus in G1, and I love the fact that she's kind of like a plant eco warrior. Is that like the right word to say? She's a little plant-based queen, and I'm also plant-based, so how could I not be obsessed with this doll? And I just think that all of the details on this doll are really like 10 out of 10. I'm not like the biggest G3 fan, and I know that's like a controversial statement to make. I do have quite a few G3 Monster High dolls, but this one, I just feel like the hype was correct. The hype is real. Like, there are some times when I see people getting really excited about things, and I don't want to like dampen their spirits, but there are some dolls that have been in G3 and I see people going up and being like, this is the most amazing thing ever. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but I don't see what you see. But with this doll, I did. Like when Abby came out and everyone was obsessed with Abby, I was like, I don't get it. And I still don't get it, but I see it with Venus. And I think this doll is just so good. I've styled her hair just a little bit differently just because I love a high ponytail. So I just think she looks really cute. And the only thing is, I'm probably gonna maybe restyle the fringe just because I don't want to cover up her edges. I think her edges are super cute, but this is very Bratz coded, this hairstyle, and I just kind of love it. And yeah, for now, I'm really happy with how the hair has turned out. And I just love how I think this is yarn. I think they're using a different material than what MGA uses for the micro braids. These are more like, I think, yarn like twists rather than like a micro braid, if that makes sense. But I just love how it feels, and I'm obsessed with her. And my only criticism apart from the clothes is that when I buy dolls, I like really try my hardest to like clean them properly, and this used to be a lot curlier. I mean, you can't really tell that it isn't curly because it is still wavy, but it was curlier when I bought it, and then I washed it, and it's kind of like stretched the curls out a little bit, unfortunately. The only real criticism that I would have with this doll, and I think this is kind of like maybe a symptom of it being the beginning of G3's lifespan, the quality of like the pieces is okay, but the pieces, like the material feels really dry and scratchy, and I don't like that. And I think obviously I'm used to like Shadow High and Bratz and things like that, which have really high quality fashions, but I would say that aesthetically she looks great, but I just don't enjoy how the fabrics feel. But yeah, This is a super, super strong doll and I am obsessed with her, and she really sticks out in my collection. But another little like headcanon that I have, she's like best friends with Deuce, is that she's best friends with Monique from Shadow High, because they're both like plant girlies. Monique Verbena is like flower themed, so she has flowers. You know what, I'm gonna go grab her. So as I was saying, in my like kind of headcanon, because I'm strange, these two are like besties, and it's because like Monique is like a plant-based, no, Monique is like a flower themed girl. So she's got like, her name's Monique Verbena, and her verbena is a flower. She's got like flowers for her earrings. Her dress is like I guess like referencing petals and stuff like that, and she's got little bugs on her and stuff. And Venus is also like a plant girly, so these two are like besties in my head, and I just think these two would get along very well, and they talk about plants and horticulture and all that stuff together. And yeah, absolutely obsessed with her, and I'm gonna pop Monique down for now. But with all that said, yeah, just really, really love this doll. And you know what's really interesting as well is I feel like I'm quite like up and down with the designs of G3. Some dolls, specific dolls, I'm like, this is great. I don't feel like they've been super consistent with keeping like the level high with every single doll. I feel like with G3, I feel like the design aesthetic is quite inconsistent. What I mean by that really is like, so there'll be like a Frankie doll that I'll be like, I really like them and I want them, and then the next one I'll be like, oh no, I don't like this. And I know that's kind of like part and parcel with design just in general. You're not gonna like everything, but I feel like Venus's dolls across, so far, everything we've seen from G3, Venus's dolls have been like 10 out of 10. They've all been really, really gorgeous. So I don't see this being the only Venus that I'm gonna get. And she's also a tall girl as well. Like this doll is so, so tall. And as someone who is 6'2", I love that she's tall. So yeah, just a great doll, and I can't put her down. So with all that said, I think it's very obvious that my favourite doll that I bought this month is Venus, and I just think she's great. I just think this is a really, really good doll, and I'm probably going to get some more Venuses in the future. I'm not sure which one I want next. The Fearbook one looks really, really good, and so does the Self-Scare Day, and I actually quite like that one. I like the aesthetic of the Self-Scare Day one, so I'm probably going to get that one at some point. But yeah, such a great doll. The hype is real, the hype is correct. Yeah, I just love this doll. And secondly, I'd probably say second is Sasha. I just think this is a really, really strong doll. Again, she's just got the most gorgeous face. She is really edgy, really fierce, really severe, and just a great doll. I just think she's amazing, and I can't wait to finish the line. And as I said, I'm not really someone who finishes lines. I don't really, it has to be very specific and very special for me to want to finish the line. And I think Scorching has been one of the strongest doll releases across the board this year, not just an MGA or a Bratz line. I think Scorching has been one of the best lines that has come this year, so she deserves her flowers as well. And then in third place, I would probably put Midnight Dance Megan, but she's got a lot of work that needs doing on her for her to be top of the charts. So yeah, I'm really excited to get started on her because I've never rerouted a Bratz doll before. So that's going to be a really interesting process, and it's going to be a really difficult process trying to get the right colours for the hair. So wish me luck. But yeah, so that's all the dolls that I bought this month for October. I've got a lot more content hopefully coming up in the next couple of weeks, so I'm going to be a lot more consistent than I have been this month. So please hang on. And as a little payoff for something that didn't actually pay off this month, I'm just going to say that this has been a clue, this bag. You can't read it right now, but it says one of a kind. So think about that and what that may be, because that bag's going to disappear because I've got some work to do, if you get what I'm trying to say. So with all that said, it's been a pretty good month for me doll-wise, really. I think that everything I've bought has been interesting, and I mean, I've been impulsive a couple of times, but whatever. I've spent like pennies this month. I think overall I've spent so little on everything, and I feel like I've got so many good deals that this has been a really, really good month for me. So yeah, that is everything I have to say today. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below if you have any of these dolls, what you think about the dolls I bought this month. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.